Hey y'all, it's my update. I am now closer to 2 weeks than 1 week post-op from Tummy Tuck, and I am doing well. I just haven't really felt much like doing a video update. Felt great in the hospital, and then once I got home, it was like the pain decided to catch up with me, The OnQ pump came out it was supposed to come out 2 days post-op, and it came out a day early. No, 3 days post-op, and it came out 2 days post-op. It just kind of slipped out. It's not sewn in or anything. It's just a little catheter, and it started leaking, and I just went ahead and pulled it out. But I got really good relief with that. And then 1 week post-op, I was able to get rid of one of the drains, and I'm still carrying around one drain because it's still putting out some drainage, and although it's not putting out as much, they're worried that it might have a clot at the tip of it or something. So I'm still working with that real close to the skin to try to make sure that it's not clotted off, because I don't want to have it removed too soon and then end up with a fluid pocket in there and have to have that drained, or have to have another drain put in, because one of these is enough for right now. So it's really hard to wear clothes. The one time or two times that I've gone out of the house and had to dress, around that was kind of difficult, because it's right there in your pubic area. You can see from some of my pictures, and it's really hard to wear underwear. It's hard to wear the binder, keep the catheter, threaded through where it needs to be and all that. So it's just easier to stay home and wear a nightgown. And that's kind of what I've been doing. I tried last night. This is Friday, the 23rd of July, and I tried last night again to sleep in bed, and I had a horrible night. The binder makes me sweat, but I'm cold, so I stay covered up. So I wake up and I'm, sweaty and uncomfortable, and I'm a side sleeper and can't really sleep on my sides because of the pain. And my incisions go all the way around my back side, so they don't connect in the middle in the back, but they go pretty far around my hips, so you can see that in the pictures. And so there's not really a good position. I can't sleep on my back, and I can't sleep on my sides, and sleeping on my stomach is absolutely out of the question. I've never been able to do that anyway. So sleeping in this recliner, this is a double recliner, and I've pretty much been sleeping here for the whole couple of weeks now, so I guess I'm going to stay here until I heal up a little bit better. Still out of work and can't imagine going back to work for at least another week. We'll see how things feel next week, but I work in a busy operating room, and I just cannot imagine being able to do my job at least for another week, and it might be longer than that. Just depends on how I feel next week. When I get up and walk around, like a long distance, I've gone shopping, like I said, a couple times, left the house, and when I've gotten up and walked for a little bit, I still kind of get woozy, and although I'm not taking as much pain medicine anymore, I'm still really tired. So I think that just goes along with still working out, getting the anesthesia out of my system and all of that. This recovery has kicked my butt a lot more than the Roux-en-Y did. Although the first night of that was horrible, and this was different because the first couple of days of this, like I said, were a piece of cake. Very little pain while I was in the hospital. I went back to work a week after my Roux-en-Y, and I cannot imagine going back a week after this surgery. So, although they didn't cut, down deep into my muscles like they did with the R&Y was a bunch of little bitty incisions. I think 5 little bitty incisions as opposed to 2 huge incisions that I got with this surgery. So anyway, check out the pics. And if you have any questions, then drop me a line. Oh, I will tell you that, now this might be too much information for a lot of you, so click off now if you're not interested in bowel issues, but I had my last bowel movement prior to surgery, like 2 days prior to surgery. And then Post-operatively, it took me another 10 days, and my plastic surgeon was really worried about that, because I didn't want to have a bowel obstruction or anything, but I mean, I was taking 2 Dulcolax a day, milk magnesia, um, Miralax, prune juice, warm, prune juice, cold. Seems like there was other stuff. Anyway, I ended up X-Lax, and finally 10 days. Oh, and I was eating Activia yogurt, which I've never eaten before because I thought the sugar content might be a little bit high. But, I was willing to do whatever. And finally, uh, things opened up, so to speak. So happy about that again, and happy that I avoided having to go see a general surgeon for a bowel obstruction. So anyway, I'm going to put some pictures at the end of this, and hopefully you've stayed with me. I've kind of rambled, but wanted to give you an update, let you know that I'm doing well. Belly is flat as a flitter, and yeah, I would do it over again, but it's not a walk in the park. It's a big deal. So see you soon. Bye.